Hello all, welcome to Tech Visas. In my couple of previous videos, I have discussed about what is sarding and its benefits and drawbacks, along with the strategy by which we can sort a table. And that is, we discussed about the key-based sharding. In that technique, we use the hash function, and that hash function gives us a shard number where we can save our data, right? So similarly, we have one more strategy by which we can sort a table, that is range-based sorting. Okay, so let's understand this technique by an example. Suppose you have a employee table which has like a few columns such as employee ID, employee name, salary, address, activity, and date. So activity column means suppose employee joined the company or resigned from the company, like promotions and whatever the activities which can happen for the employee, right? And also we have a date column. In that we will have the event date, right? So now what we want to do, we want to sort this table by using the date. So, for example, we choose a strategy, okay, for all the data of first quarter, it should go into the sort 0. So, what happens that when we choose a range, right? Suppose in this example, we have chosen a date range, right? So first quarter data will go to the sort 0. Similarly, for second quarter data is going to the sort 1. So this strategy we have basically selected as a range-based sharding. So whatever range we want to place in a particular shard, that we can define, right? So this is basically called a range-based sharding. Similarly, one more example we can take. Suppose you have employee names, right, or customer names in any table. That will be having the alphabets. Maybe you can say, okay, from A to D. Place those customers. Maybe if their name starts from A to D, place them in sard 0. From E to suppose J, put them in the sard 1. So here, what we are doing, we are selecting a range like in this brief example, we choose the date range in where we set data according to the duration or like the whatever the time duration. And in second example, which we have just discussed, in that we basically took the customer name alphabet, first letter alphabet, and based on that we have chosen the start, right? So this called the range-based sorting. In that you have to understand like what is the appropriate range for your use case because we cannot always choose the range based on the dates or maybe the alphabets, right? But in every scenario, we have to analyze it holistically and decide what is the most logical date range or range basically by which we can sort it, right? So the major benefit by this is basically what happens that the schema will remain same. Whatever the schema of your main table will be the schema also of the shard. So there's no change in the schema as such. Second thing is that I think if you remember we discussed about whenever in that key-based sharding, whenever we add few more shards, remove shard, right? There'll be shuffling happening of data, right, between the shards. But here, they only much shuffling because we already defined a range, right? So that range will be transferred or maybe stick with the particular shard. But major issue which we have seen happening with this strategy that suppose in first quarter, right? First quarter, a lot of promotions are happening, a lot of people are joining the bank, right? I mean the company, whatever is working, right? So at that time, the data will be mostly in the first quarter, right? So what happens that the start 0 will be highly populated. So the major data will be held by a SART 0, but maybe SART 2 and SART 3 will not be utilized fully. So what happens that the shards which are utilized more are become the hotspot. So suppose any shard goes down or some issue happens, so at that time it's become a problem. So but we want that all these shards should be equally utilized. So sometime because of the business nature, or maybe suppose for e-commerce application, right? There are a lot of purchases happening in the month of Diwali or Christmas, but other months don't have that much sale happening. So you will see, okay, a few particular starts are like fully occupied, fully utilized, but other starts are not fully utilized. So whenever we have this kind of a non-proper distribution of data, those then this is called the hotspot, where we have the major chunk of data loaded, right? So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope it was clear to you all. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Please leave comments or questions if you have any. I will try to answer them, and please subscribe as well. Thanks a lot.